I promise you, you will want to see all 10 of these top 10 crazy news today. Thank you for tuning in to Hard News TV4. I'm your host, Terri Lynn, and this is the channel where truth is like archaeology, and every day we're digging for it. Today is September 11th, 2020. And y'all, this first article is from September 9th, 2020. My last video I just uploaded was Amazon storing biometric information for the government, and the government wanting to collect 5 new areas of biometric information. Well, this article from 2 days ago is National Security Agent Chief who oversaw the sweeping domestic phone surveillance joins Amazon as the board of director. So I just showed y'all down the rabbit hole how deeply in bed Amazon is with the government and getting the cloud server to store all of the biometric information against every American on their server. And now the U.S. government moves, and in the video I showed that Amazon works with the Department of Defense. So now we got another person from the intelligence community taking on a position as the board of director at Amazon. So they are going to be directing what to do with this information. Just days after Amazon published a scathing letter slamming President Trump for not allowing the American multinational tech company to get the $10 billion joint enterprise defense infrastructure contract, which instead was awarded to Microsoft. Now, Microsoft is another devil. Amazon's board just appointed former NSA head and retired general of the U.S. Army, Keith B. Alexander, as a director. Alexander, who will also serve on the board's audit committee, according to Bloomberg on Wednesday. The company, which has long faced criticism and scrutiny over its deep CIA ties and collaboration. See, I didn't make it up. Okay? Especially given its prior $600 million contract with the CIA for cloud computing services, will now have a well-known national security state hawk who was commander of the U.S. Cyber Command from May 2010 to March 2014. Okay? So, somebody in military intelligence is now going to be on the board at Amazon, and they are collecting more information. Amazon is now an extension of the Department of Defense, and it's going to be used against all of us. Okay, this article is from yesterday. This is article number 2. Our system is crumbling right in front of our eyes. Back in January, when the virus pandemic was beginning to catch global attention, Celco wrote an article stating, "It's not the virus you need to worry about, it's the system. Virus or illness on itself might not be a problem in essence, but the impact that it brings to the system and the people might be so huge through the media that it causes the system to stop working in the normal way." The new normal? So you could find yourself in a collapse, not just necessarily because of a huge pandemic, but because of the reaction to it. As the things are just beginning to unfold, the article took a lot of heat on social media, with people saying Celco didn't understand how things would go because he is not American and doesn't know how things work here. Whoops, I guess that's rather embarrassing to retrospect. Our system is failing in many ways. I'm going to leave y'all the link. The economy, consumer inventory, education, the postal service, legal and criminal justice, the election. Okay, I'm going to leave y'all a link. Article number 3 from September 8th. MKULTRA and the CIA's war on the human mind. Now, we've been talking about that this is a PSYOP. MKULTRA is not conspiracy theory. The Frank Church hearings in Congress and Senate in the 1970s revealed MKULTRA mind control by the U.S. government. Okay, so this is another extension of a PSYOP. The Central Intelligence Agency has a fearsome reputation. The author and executor of countless coups and political assassinations, the CIA is notorious for waterboarding, extraordinary retention, regime change, kidnapping, narcotic smuggling, financing of guerrilla wars, and many other unsavory activities around the world, including against Americans, even inside the United States. But fearsome does not mean flawless. The CIA has failed at least as often as it has succeeded, and sometimes the failures are so flagrant, such as sending thousands of anti-communist guerrilla fighters behind the line in Korea. Okay, so I'm going to leave y'all the link to this, how we are in a psyop right now. The CIA mind control program, okay, was assuming a bigger and bigger importance as fears of Soviet brainwashing grew in the U.S. Originally called Operation Bluebird and was personally overseen by CIA higher-ups Allen Dulles. So I'm just going to leave y'all a link. This is a long article, but this is to show you how the U.S. government mind controls people. Article number 4, Dr. Fauci warns we need to hunker down to get through this fall and winter because it is not going to be easy. So let's see what Dr. Fauci has to say. In his latest round of interviews and appearances since reports emerged earlier this week that forces within DHHS were trying to muzzle the good doctor, Dr. Fauci said Thursday that despite the ongoing decline in daily COVID-19 cases, Americans should not let up on the battle against the pandemic. During a roundtable discussion at Harvard Medical School on Thursday, with the U.S. closing in on 200,000 deaths and 6 million cases, Fauci warned that we need to hunker down and get through this fall and winter because it is not going to be easy. Oh, it's not going to be easy for us, but people like Jeff Bezos, who's getting richer and richer, and people in the government who don't feel it, the shutdown, like Nancy Pelosi being able to go get her hair cut, it's not going to be hard on them. It's going to be hard on us. Regarding the emerging news hotspot in the Midwest and the looming threat of second wave in the U.S. like what's happening right now in France and Spain, Dr. Fauci warned that, quote, it's really quite frankly depressing to see that because you know what's ahead. Okay, so they're warning us what they're about to do to us. Article number 5. This is from today. Corona Marshals patrol the UK cities to enforce social distancing. Okay, so people can protest, rape, rob, pillage, loot because they need it and nobody does anything. But now you've got marshals in the UK patrolling the street to make sure that people are social distancing because they want people to fall in line with what orders they give. They do not want any dissenters. Okay, this article is from yesterday. What possible disruption is coming that requires China to start massive stockpiling of all possible commodities? This is from yesterday. Today is like one of those rare occasions when the Broadway understudy for a leading role finds out that the star has the flu, not COVID-19, and so they get to go out in front of the audience for once. Yes, Europe today is your time to shine. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Or not, because the pressure is clearly on. So, China is stockpiling. Why? China has announced its plans to boost its strategic commodities reserve. Okay, so I wonder if that's going to mean they're going to be able to go into people's houses. What possible disruption could be on the horizon that would require China to have a large enough buffer of all conceivable inputs in remote inland areas to boot, that it needs to use up its precious USD reserves in a bulk splurge now? Geopolitics. So something's going on. China is starting to stockpile. We did a video a while back that the United States was stockpiling food. Now, article number 7, the battle is coming. And what is the battle? Reality versus delusion. Denial is not just a river in Africa. So, we know you got the woke and the sleeping people. Article number 8, I'm trying to rush through this as much as possible. This article is from today. The global police state is swiftly rising. The global police state. This is the New World Order rising that Davos talked about. It is bringing in the New World Order. Now, article number 9. Rationalizing the Great Reset. Now, Davos talked about they wanted to have the Great Reset done in January of 2021. And what does the Great Reset entail? A few weeks after the World Economic Forum launched their Great Reset initiative, that's at Davos, it was followed up with the release of a new book entitled COVID-19, The Great Reset, authored by the executive chairman of WEF, Klaus Schwab. I want to get this book now. And senior director of the Global Risk Network at the institution. Having read the book, I wanted to share with you some of the initial thoughts on the potential significance of this publication. There are 5 planks to the Great Reset: an economic reset, societal reset, geopolitical reset, environmental reset, and technological reset. Okay, I think this is going to be AI and the merging of man and machine. I think economic, we know it's going to be a cashless society. Societal, they're going to tell you what to act like, think like, perform like. Geopolitical is a realliance of political allies. The environment, the Green New Deal, all of which the book covers in detail. But I want to focus largely on the conclusion, as it is here where the author's motivations and rationale for championing a great reset in the wake of COVID-19 became clearer. Now, I'm going to leave y'all the link to all this to go look at. I want to get this book. Okay, article number 10. So the globalists have a specific plan. Okay, so this article says, it's from today, singing is among the easiest ways to spread the virus, study shows. So rape, robbing, killing, screaming, pulling guns on people, burning places down, out there screaming in people's faces, spitting on people's faces, hand-to-hand combat, no mask, breaking the law, and it's not a Judas Priest song, breaking the law out there. That does not spread the virus. Really? Okay, so they're showing that singing now is the super spreader of the virus. And the Bible says if we don't sing, the rocks are going to cry out. So they are just trying to silence our voices, putting a mask on our face to silence our voices, to keep us from singing. The Bible says a merry heart does good like a medicine. Singing makes you happy. The Bible says encourage yourself singing psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs. They're wanting to play their mental mind game and put you under oppression. So this goes along with article number 10 with singing as the super spreader. What's your risk of catching COVID? Okay, the low risk, moderate risk, high risk, high risk, moderate, high. Okay, getting a restaurant takeout is low risk, filling up your car is low risk, playing tennis, going camping, moderate. Okay, I'm going to leave y'all links to all this. A moderate risk is having dinner at someone else's house, attending a barbecue. Oh, going to the beach is a moderate risk, but yet they're showing us how dangerous it is and how terrible. So they can't even keep their list of how dangerous what situation is. Going to the hairdressers or barbers was a moderate high risk. Oh, but Nancy Pelosi went, didn't she? Okay, attending a wedding or a funeral is moderately high. Playing basketball, moderately high. Playing football, moderately high. Oh, but football season restarted. But you can't hug, kiss, or sing. But we got football back. Nancy Pelosi is in the moderate high risk. And the high risk is eating at a buffet, working out at a gym, going to an amusement park, going to the cinema, attending a large music concert, going to a sports stadium, attending a religious service with 500 or more worshipers, and going to a bar. So, going to church is in a high risk area. Okay? And the whole point is they don't want people who are Christians meeting together and being able to discuss what is happening. Y'all please leave me your comments below and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.